So in this video we are going to handle the image upload where we can upload an image to display the product image. So for that we are going to use a very popular library called Multer. Okay, so I have gone to npmjs.com and search for the Multer library. Okay, you can just see how popular it is. So weekly downloads has crossed over 4 million, and it gives you a set of instructions on how to set up Multer and handle multi-part form inputs. So we are going to implement this in a quite different way. So I'll be explaining you step by step how you can actually do this, and we are going to create a particular route for that. And let's go back to our application and write within our routes folder. We can create a route for handling the upload. So we can call that upload routes.js. Okay, so first of all we just need to install the Multer library, right? So let's go to our server and install that. So I am going to my server, and over there npm install Multer. Okay, so this will go ahead and install this package. So let's wait for it. So meanwhile we can import various things in our upload routes. So let's import the path module. Okay, this is a built-in module, so that we can get the actual path of our working directory, and also the for the image, right? So next we are going to import express, and we are going to create a router out of it. So express. Okay, so now also we are going to import Multer, not like this. Okay, so now let's initialize our router. So const router equals express dot router, which is a function. And now we need to create a particular storage. Okay, so we have various types of storage. So like we have Amazon buckets, and we are right now we are going to implement this something called list storage. Okay, so we are not going to upload this anywhere in the cloud. So we are storing this locally within our files. Okay, and when we are deploying it, we need to make sure that it fetches from our local files. Okay, so which is in our system. So let's create a variable called storage and set this to the Multer. Okay, dot disk storage. Okay, so this has a property called disk storage, and this is a function which takes in various properties like the destination and the file name. Okay, so these are the two properties that we need to compulsorily mention. So the destination where this files has to store. So we are going to create an uploads file within our server directory, so where all of our image uploads are going to reside there. Okay, and we are not going to store any kind of files within our database, since images are of big size, and our database expands a lot. So that is why we need to set this up in a different way. So the destination is a function which takes in three parameters. The first one is the request, and then the file. Okay, the actual file that has been uploaded, and then the callback. Okay, so this callback is we are going to invoke it by calling it, and we are going to specify the first parameter as null, which means that it's an error. Okay, so we are not going to set any error. So everything is, if it works fine, and we need to right now specify a destination folder. Okay, so that folder name is called uploads. I'm not able to see uploads slash. Okay, so like that, and this needs to be a string, and that's done. And now we just need to give another function for the file name. So file name, and this also takes in those three parameters: rec file, and then the callback. Again, the callback is null. We are not specifying any errors. So um, so the first is the null, and then we are going to specify the actual file name that needs to be stored within our files. Okay, so this file needs to be unique. So we just need to append certain date timestamp, so that we can get to know at what time it has been uploaded. And also this date is actually unique, right? So no two files can be the same. Okay, so we can So let's open a template literal and let's specify some dynamic values. Like this field has various properties, right? The file name, the extension, and the original name. So all of that contains within this file parameter. So we are going to dynamically create that file name. So let's put a dollar sign curly braces the file. So this has a property called file name. So this is the actual file name without any extensions, file name. And then we are going to pass in the date field. Okay, so this makes it unique, so we can say date.now. So this is a timestamp in milliseconds, and then we are going to add in the extension. Okay, so this is that path module which we imported dot extension name. So this has a property over there, and the extension name is we are just going to pass in the file dot original name. Okay, so this will extract the extension name of that particular file and just like put it within this variable. And that's all for this storage variable. This is storage, and we can close this for the moment. Now we need to check for the file type. Okay, so any user can upload anything, even PDFs. Okay, so we want to check that, and we only want to accept only image extension names. Okay, like the JPEG, like PNG or WebP, anything like that. So let's create a function to check that. So we can call this file filter, and this as usual within the express, which takes in request, the response, and the error. Okay, so sorry, the callback. Okay, and this is a function. Sorry, this is not an express function. So this is a function provided by Multer. So we just need to specify these three parameters as well. Okay, later we'll be uploading this to Multer by calling it. Okay, so that's why we need to specify like this, and we are now going to check the file types. Okay, so we are going to specify what are the file types that we need to accept. So file types, can call this like this, and we are going to create now a regular expression. Okay, so let's call this JPEG. Okay, and also let me put a question mark, so it can be JPG or JPEG, and then it is going to be PNG, so we are going to accept that as well, and then WebP. So by using a pipe like this, we are going to enable certain values to be checked. Okay, so one of if any one of these values exists, so we are going to like test this one by one. So we are going to test one by one for the extension name, so we don't need any spaces. Okay, so next is we are going to check the MIME type. Okay, so this MIME type needs to be image. Okay, so it cannot be any text, or so far we have been dealing with only text. Okay, text and JSON. So we need to check that if it is actually an image. So I'm going to call this MIME type. So MIME types. So we are going to again create a regular expression with various values. So like this. So first is the image, and also it can be image slash JPEG. So I'm going to use a escape, that is the backslash, backslash, that is and then again a slash called JPEG. We can put a question mark. Either it can be JPG or JPEG, and then next is we are going to say the image. Okay, again backslash slash PNG. So and then the WebP. Okay, so probably I can just copy this and then change this to WebP. So it can be image slash JPEG or image slash PNG or image slash WebP. So I need to add a pipe here. Then now we are going to test for these. Okay, so let's create a variable. Let's call this extension name. So ext name. We can call this to file type. File types that we defined. Where is that? File types dot test. Okay, since this is a regular expression, we have this function to test. Okay, so we are going to pass in the path dot extension name. Okay, and then the actual file, the entire file name, so file dot original name, and we are going to convert that to lowercase in case if it is uppercase. So we are going to handle all that. Okay, so then we are going to also test for the MIME type. So let's call this MIME type. We have already okay, we can just call it MIME type, and test this mime types dot test, and we are going to pass in the file.mime type. So this has a mime type, right? So that can either be image.jpg, image.png, or anything. So if it is not any of these three, then it is going to return false. Okay, so if it is returning false, then we are going to fail the condition which we are going to create after this. So file.mime type, and now let's create the condition. So if these two exist, that is extension name, and then the mime type, and we are going to pass the callback. So with no errors. Okay, so the first parameter, as I told, it's null for errors, and then we are going to return true, which means that we are going to accept the particular file. Okay, so if one of these fails, okay, so it is going to render the else statement, and we are going to pass in the callback with the first parameter as error. Okay, so we can pass in a error saying that images only, like that. Okay, and the second parameter, as I told, it is going to fail, so we do not want to store anything, so let's mention false, like that. And so that's done. So now let's go ahead and create a multer function to, if everything goes well, and so that will upload the particular file to this destination. Okay, so I'm going right below this. Let's create a variable called upload, and set this to multer dot, sorry, in multer, the function itself, and we are going to pass in the storage where do we want to actually store, and then we are going to pass in the file filter. Okay, so that's why we created with these three parameters. Okay, so this is a multer function, that is why. So then we are going to create another variable to store the single image. Okay, so upload single image, and set this to this upload, sorry, I just missed this name, upload. Okay, so upload dot, what is that, single. So we are going to only store a single image, so we cannot accept many other images. So upload dot single, and we are going to pass in the mime type, that is image. And now let's create a route to make a request to this. So and this route will be later be handling within our server.js, and will be creating a API slash like upload, and then later we are going to go to a frontend and upload this that particular image that user has uploaded. So like that. And so let's create a route for that. So router dot post, so we're going to make a post request by getting the image. Okay, so this is going to be slash, and then we are going to pass in the request response. Okay, so now we are going to call this particular function called upload single image. So this takes in basically three parameters. The first is the request, the response, and then the particular error function. Okay, so this is an error, so we can just call this error like this, and we are going to right now just check if there is any error, and then we are going to return with a status code of 400, status of 400, which means bad request. And we are going to send some response saying that whatever the error is there. Okay, so that we are going to say, give it in the form of an object. So message saying error dot message. And now let's finally, if everything goes well, let's send in the proper response of, let's say, res dot status of 200, and we are going to send, we are going to send an object with the message property saying that image is uploaded successfully. Okay, and now let's finally send in the path of the particular image. Okay, so this is very important because using this we are going to grab that image from our local disk, and and then show it on the user interface. So image that is we can just specify within a template string, and that is going to be slash rec request dot file dot the path. Okay, so this is the path of the particular image. Okay, so that we are going to send, and then let's finally export this router. Okay, so now let's go to a server.js, and let's import this over there. Import upload routes. So that is coming from one level above, sorry, in the same level, called routes slash upload routes .js. Okay, so let's go right under this order routes and create one for upload and call the upload routes. Okay, so that's done. Now let's create a folder within the server directory. Okay, so within the server we can create a folder to store all of our upload images. So we can call this uploads. So that's what we mentioned, right, within our upload route. So it has to go and reside within this uploads folder. So, and we are going to make this particular folder static, okay, within our server.js. So so that we do not want to make this dynamic. So we can right now import path. Okay, right at the top. So okay, so we can just go right uh, right after the routes and get the relative path of our currently working directory, that is our server directory. So for that we can create a constant called underscore underscore dir name. So we need to do this when we are actually using like ES modules. Okay, so since we converted this backend to ES modules, so that is why we do not get this underscore dir name. So we just need to get that from path dot resolve, which is a function. Okay, so so now we have the dir name, so we can go ahead and make the uploads folder to static. Okay, so I'm saying app dot use slash uploads, and going to call the express dot static, and I'm going to pass in the path name, so that is path dot join. So this will be the relative path of we're going to pass in the underscore dir name, and then that is uploads. Okay, okay, so this underscore dir name will point at where the server.js is residing. Okay, so that is our server or the server folder, and then we are going to make the uploads folder as static. So that's done, and now let's go to our front end and like handle the image uploads. So before that we need to make this back to required. Okay, so since in the last video I had temporarily disabled this required constraint. Okay, so in order to accept without any images. So so that's done, and now let's go to our front end and create a particular slice for sorry, a particular endpoint to make a file upload to the backend. So let's go to products API slice and create one endpoint called let's say upload file handler, and set this to builder dot mutation, and this in turn takes in the query. Okay, so we are going to pass in the data from our product edit screen. Okay, so that receives the data, and then we are going to pass the particular URL. Okay, so this is going to just slash API slash upload. Okay, like that, and the method is going to be post. This annoying thing. And the body is going to be the data that we are going to pass in. Okay, so that's done. Let's export this. So use where's that upload file handler mutation. So that's done. Now let's go to our product edit screen and pull that up. So let's go to our product edit screen right here, and we are going to handle this image part. Okay, so we are going to only accept images. Okay, so for that we can just pass in a prop called accept and set this to images, sorry, just image slash anything. Okay, so that's the condition which we are going to set, and an on change handler which we are going to call a function particularly to handle file uploads. So upload file handler. Okay, so let's create that function. So this is going to take in the event parameter. So okay, and now we are going to grab in the form data. Okay, so we can call this form data and new form data, which is a built-in form validator in JavaScript. Okay, so form data like that, and now we are going to like append the particular image. Okay, so whatever we have within our form. Okay, so we have only entered the text values, so on top of that we are going to like append the form data, this particular image. So form data dot append this field called image, and then we are going to grab the particular image file. Okay, so that we have within our event parameters. So e dot target dot file. Okay, so this is an array. Okay, so we are going to grab the only first element. Okay, so we can upload multiple images. So since we are only uploading one image, so we are just going to grab the first one whichever the user uploads. So if you want, you can just have a look at the console of what this actually returns. Okay, so like that, and now let's open our try catch and call the upload file handler mutation. So let's grab the upload function that we get from our like upload file mutation. So we can go right below this and call this const. So we are going to destructure the upload product image. So you can just call that like this, and then we are going to get the is loading state and rename this to like upload loading or loading upload anything. So then we that is coming from use upload file handler mutation. Okay, so nothing's wrong. So we can go within our try block and grab the response first of all. So that is coming from so we just need to call that function upload product image, upload product image, and we are going to pass in the form data. And let's unwrap. Okay, so we need to make this async. Okay, so that's done, and once the file is uploaded successfully, we get a response. Okay, so that response we are going to display in the form of a toast message. So toast dot success, and that is going to be whatever we passed in, right? So the upload image successfully, so that we are going to send in the form of response from our backend. So res dot message. All right, so if there's any error, let's copy this, and finally let's update the product data, the local state that we have within this file. So set product data, and we are going to like spread across whatever we have within our product data, and we are just going to add in the image, so which we don't have yet, right? So that is going to be res dot image. So this is the path that we are sending from our backend in the form of a response. So remember, we are sending this path name. So using this path name, we are going to grab the image and this message if everything goes well. So image upload successfully. So if it fails, we are just going to show this particular image. Okay, so that's what we are handling within this promise. Okay, so this should be just upload and not uploads, so my bad. So let's test this once again. So I'm just going to refresh and going to upload an image. Yes, there we go. We have our image successfully uploaded. So we get a status code of 200, which means everything is okay. And now let's go ahead and check if everything is working fine. So let's update this product and let's give it a description. So let's hit update product. Yes, so we see the product updated. Now let's see if our image is right in place. Uh, yeah, so actually we didn't even handle this. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the particular image that is residing within our uploads folder. Okay, so let's now see our uploads folder if we have the particular image uploaded. So we can go to our server and uploads. Yeah, there we go. So we have for some reason undefined and then this image name. So we have our image. Okay, so I don't know, let's check that out. So we have this file name. Sorry, it's not file name, it is actually field name. So my bad at it. Again, when I'm talking I make certain mistakes like this. So that's done. Now let's again test it out if everything's working. So anyways, it actually works now. Just we have just changed this particular value. So instead of that we'll be having the actual field name. So we'll just try after this. And now let's grab that product image from this particular folder. So the reason why it is not working is the product is being fetched from our front end and not our back end. So if we have a look like within our front end, we have this public folder where it is fetching all of the images. So it is also trying to look for an uploads folder and try to fetch that image, so which doesn't actually exist. So that actually exists within our backend. So what we can just do is we can go to our React project settings, so whichever project you like created with like either Vite or create React app. So we can just specify a proxy over there. So whichever route start with slash upload. Okay, so we are going to redirect that to localhost 5000 just like we did for the slash API. Okay, so you can just copy this and paste like that, and hopefully now it should actually work. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's refresh. Yeah, there we have it. So we have our image uploaded successfully and also being fetched in a very nice way. Okay, so we are successfully able to do that. And also let's try it out once again just for this another test product. So we can go to our product list and just edit this particular product, and we can like as usual, like just type in some information and description. Alright, now let's try to upload an image. So this time let's upload this another one. So we have the image uploaded successfully, and let's click on update product. So our product is now updated, and now if we have a look at our home screen, we get another image for this particular product. Okay, so that's done. I hope the everything is clear. So if you have any questions, if you have any issues, please let me know in the comments below. Okay, I'll try to answer them. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.